What's going on there, folks? As usual, I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Rave 9. And gentlemen, hide your shame. This is Energon Arcee. Ooh, yeah. You know you want to ride. So for those of you out there watching, raise your hands. How many of you actually knew what Arcee did in Energon? Not much to talk about, and this is Arcee after all, so that's kind of a shame, really. I mean, she does look pretty good as a motorcycle, I'll give you that. Plus, the additional weaponry and Energon star. They give her some bulk, so she doesn't look so small and fragile. I mean, even the rivets and metal pieces that hold the toy together actually add to the decor of it. So it actually looks like a real functioning machine. Oh, but then it gets really crazy, because then we got weapons. Now, this is something I really like about Japan. They take a realistic motorcycle mode and they say, that could use transparent red weapons with a missile. And damn were they right. So part of her added-on weapons are supposed to look like 2 extra tailpipes, but then the thing is, when you turn it around, there are actually 2 molded-in tailpipes already. So Arcee is sporting 4 tailpipes for her one bland little motorcycle mode. That's right, folks. She's an American SUV. What was also customary for Energon figures at the time was to give them a bonus Energon chip. That's like a piece of armor right there, especially when it's on a figure so small like this. So not only is she armed to the teeth, she also plays it safe. By the way, did you know there was a robot mode somewhere in all that? I honestly don't know where to begin with this. I mean, the head doesn't quite look right. It's missing the big old Princess Leia hair buns, which I guess got turned into wheels. When you move further down from the head, you can definitely tell it's Arcee because she's rocking a bodacious robot rack, but then it's disturbingly interrupted by this big white gaping hole in her abs. It's like she used to date Warpath or something. Then you notice the prehensile limbs on the upper body. The hands are even worse. I mean, they're just spatulas with fingers sculpted in. Then she's got the big old peg sticking out of the left side of her ankle. And I know that's supposed to be where you can peg in the weapon, but on a scout-sized figure, this is really noticeable. And then the final piece to top all this off is robo-stiletto heels. Really, Japan? Was that necessary? We get it. She's a girl. Still, it's not all bad. I mean, the color looks good on it, especially around the thigh area. And I gotta admit, I'm loving this windshield skirt. Not only that, but you can also put her little prehensile hands on her sides like that, because she knows what you do with those fan art pictures of her. She is not here for your pleasure. Still, this little lady came with accessories, and that's really the best way to show her off. And now with that Energon star in place, covering up that unsightly ab window, you can feel less ashamed about staring down Arcee's Autobot insignia. But wait, what about her gun? Now Arcee's weapon definitely is something cool. You take this, and you do this, this, and this, and you get this. Now this here is a weapon. Big, red, and hulking. The transparency just adds to the look altogether. This is nice. There's a couple of ways to play with this. Either this way, just as a longbow, or turn it this way, as a crossbow, or unofficially, this unofficial, I don't know what the hell this is, but that looks like a real gun mode. Oh, wait, one more. Unofficial bird mode. There's really not that many drawbacks to having it combined like this, except for maybe 1 or 2 things. Number 1 being the scope on this thing. Where are you supposed to look out of it? Is it supposed to be an automatic targeting scope? The second problem being the biggest, which everyone who already owns this toy knows about, which is Arcee can't handle her own weapon properly. It's just too big for her. The ability not to shoot straight in front of you is seriously a big hindrance. I mean, I've always had to put Arcee like this, like she's aiming it like a bow, just to make her look less goofy. How could you give Arcee a BFG and no proper way to hold it? I mean, okay, she's holding it one-handed, pretty slick, but how's she supposed to work it? So Arcee's robot mode leaves a lot to be desired, but despite all my harping on it, I'm strangely okay with it. I mean, it's just a scout class figure with a BFG, and it turned out looking really well. And in the end, I can thank my lucky stars this is not Revenge of the Fallen Arcee. So Arcee gets a pass. She's not that great, but you can still have some fun with her. I mean, I just like to pretend this Energon chip is Power Core Combiner armor, and I like to pretend this gun is just another G2 action base. See, it works! Let's not forget the unintentional yet hilarious silently judging you mode as well. Arcee's gonna call your mother and tell her what you've been doing.